Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 1028. Directed by Yasunori Koyama and supervised by Kazuya Hisada. While last week was likely less insane for production reasons, it looks like 1028 will pick up the residual energy it had and absolutely go to town with it. Given that Yasunori Koyama's insane knack for colors is on full display here, and will only surface Luffy's attacks well on top of what looks like yet again Naoto Shishida's animation. With the promise of a few other talents as well maybe that will only add to everything that we're already seeing, will episode 1028 hit like a conqueror's hockey-coated punch? Let's coat our arms and find out. This episode covers the remainder of chapter 1010 and the first two pages in pages 6 through a bit of 8 of chapter 1011. And while that means that each half is focused on specific characters over the others and more focused on stuff from separate characters, with the A part being kid stuff from 1011 and the B part mostly being Luffy from 1010, they still really end up making it work and surprise the hell out of me with how tense and cinematic things end up feeling as a result. Having wonderful setting of atmosphere and fantastic OST choices, the latter of which skyrockets tenfold when they use the We Go and We Are mashup that was made for Stampede and that 1015 used partially to really signify Luffy showing off his heightened Conqueror's hockey powers that makes the scene of them being revealed 10 times more powerful than I could have ever hoped. Toss in the fact that they threaded filler scenes really well on top of that as well, like with page 1 chasing after Nami, Usopp, and Tama, that in of itself is just hilarious and fun, and you get a script that despite taking a lot from a bunch of different places, still feels organized and well put together, and makes the big moments that make up the episode's DNA the big bombastic event that we all expect them to be. Koyama is often cited as the most creative director on the show for the vast amount of insane colors and directorial prowess that he brings to any given episode. And while it affects some more than others, I can guarantee you that 1028 is one that was greatly supported by it and then some. Being packed to the brim with insane colors, creative visual cues and transitions, and even full-on performances for some things like when Big Mom creates her newest homie, that pepper the entire length of the episode with the uniquely vibrant flair on top of all that comedy and character, sitting right next to a sense of scale that I feel has only gotten better as time has gone on, and goes a long way when it comes to producing some absolutely fantastic shots, rooftop or not. When even the flashbacks that this episode uses are threaded into the main content expertly, by making it a main part of the build-up to Luffy's conquerors by having his original defeat to Kaido plastered all over the hardships that he's faced since, Koyama just knows how to produce an economically well done episode, especially when given the staff to properly do his thing, and really goes out of his way to try something unique and fun. While maybe some of the Conqueror's hockey compositing on Shida's scene was a little much, I can totally forgive it a little bit given how the rest of the episode turned out, no questions asked. Especially when the likes of not only French god among men Vincent Chansard shows up, to absolutely knock it out of the park with an insanely smooth and weighty flex as always for Luffy and Kaido's first real clash as conquerors, but when people like Shu Sugita and even Tatsuya Miki surprisingly show up as well, and produce some absolutely fire sequences of their own that show off their own strengths as animators and give Luffy and so many other characters very cool moments. When even Big Mom manages to get a really cool scene of her owning Kid and Killer with her new homie that incorporates the kanji of the attack name with the effects work, all this and more wraps 1028 into an extremely solid package and one that even exceeded my expectations for what I expected. Koyama was able to work with similarly fantastic staff all around that were able to expertly craft and execute his vision for the episode, and you can feel it throughout its DNA so very hard. When a few of the pitfalls with his other episodes were because he wasn't able to get the entirety of the kind of staff that he really needed, this might just be one of his most perfect episodes. Opening the door up for next week as we go into a little bit of a break from things as we move forward into the filler episodes related to the recently released movie One Piece Film Red. That will certainly be enjoyable in their own right given that next week's episode is directed by Nagamine's mentor Shigeyasu Yamauchi surprisingly, and it all in all just looks like a little fun side adventure despite being outsourced. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and it's episodes like this that really make me remember how much I love One Piece.